So today, guys, I'm excited because Gray Zone Warfare just released their community briefing #2. And a lot of the things he talks about in this community briefing, well, it has been things we've been talking about on stream. And I know you guys have been watching the streams. They've been amazing. I'm fully addicted to this game. Over 220 plus hours already, probably more. I haven't looked. The last time I looked, that's where I was. So let's get into this. We're going to break down what he says and talk about it. And hopefully you guys can give me some good feedback down in the comments. Let's get into it.
Hello Gray Zone Warfare fans, I'm Corey, better known as the Devil Dog Gamer, one of the community managers at MADFINGER Games, and I'm happy to bring you the newest community briefing. In this briefing, we focus not only on the game, but also on the community, answering questions, highlighting achievements, and helping you better understand Gray Zone Warfare. The developers at MADFINGER are working hard on the next couple of patches, addressing many issues. They are well aware of the community's concerns about everything from server performance to AI and helicopter wait times. And I wanted to take this time to talk a bit about these issues. The server issues are always one of our top priorities, and we've been working hard with our server provider from day one to alleviate these issues. We've had major issues with the South America region and have now increased capacity in the Oceanic region due to increased demand. We are always working hard to improve stability and react to each region's demands.
I will say, with server stability, I don't know, like sometimes, I don't know, I'm on US East, US Central, US West, but every time, like sometimes like stability is perfect, right? Like when we're in game, it's fine, but on the helo, I don't know if you guys noticed that. I think we've seen it on stream. There's like a lag and it's kind of inconsistent, and then sometimes we get the crashes, right? So hopefully they continue to work on that and work with the service providers, because that is a very big issue. I think that's one of my main issues. You guys know I play on a 4090, so overall, like, the game runs pretty good. It's just the server side seems to be the big issue, at least for me, but I know for some of you guys it's more optimization, and they actually address that. Let's keep watching.
We're working towards reining in the aimbot AI. They currently do have
Aimbot,
unusual behaviors, and the developers are looking into this to make them more consistent and less accurate at range, and making the AI tracking more consistent with line of sight. These will not be
So that right there is actually really cool. Making the AI consistent with line of sight. I do feel that when you break line of sight, the AI, if they last time they seen you go behind a bush and that's where they see, that's where they should head. They shouldn't track you, like keep going to the right, unless like they hear you or they actually get visual eyes and they start shooting that way, right? I feel sometimes you cut all the way across, you broke line of sight multiple times and they're still firing in that direction. That should not be a thing. And I think that is one big change I would like them, and I think a lot of you guys could probably agree with that. He does say it's not going to happen overnight, and that's what he's going to say right now.
overnight fixes, and will take a little bit of time to work on. At the same time, we never intended the AI to be easy, and as GZW progresses, the AI will become smarter and harder. The helicopter issue is being heavily worked on. We will not only be adding more LZs around POIs to combat LZ camping, we are also working on optimizing the LZ system in the future. The helicopter wait times are also...
Did you hear what he said? They plan on adding more LZs around the POIs, points of interest. That is actually really good. I don't think we really, like, I feel like the LZ camping is very heavy because there's only so many LZs, and it takes forever to hike to them, right? But if they add more, you know, it'll give us more options. We can kind of switch it up, and, you know, like, it's less people landing on one LZ because you're like, oh, I'll land on this one. I mean, it happens still, but it won't happen as much as it does, which is actually really cool.
Also being looked at. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as adding more choppers, as this will have negative impact on performance. But new approaches are being worked on to limit the wait times and inform players about choppers' destinations. The helicopters are not a quick fix and will take some time to resolve, but we are working as quickly as possible.
So I do want to say something. I know a couple of you guys asked about the helos adding more choppers. So he just addressed it. If they did that, it could cause very server instability issues. But I did hear that, you know, when the helo lands, they're thinking about announcing, hey, this helo's going to Delta 3. If you only see one person on it, you hop on it. Like a lot of times I'm asking, they don't have their mic on. But if I know, oh, I want to go back to Delta 3, I want to go to Lima 1, I hear a chopper, oh, going to Lima 2, I'll just get on that one instead, you know, or going to Delta 3, you know, you can get on it. And I think that would help because then less people will be calling in their own choppers if they can just get on a chopper and they're like, oh, I'm just going to go, you know. So that will be kind of cool right there. Also, I think, what did he say? He said it's something they are working on. It's going to take some time, though.
Optimization is still also a priority, with many fixes coming in future updates. Optimization will also be an ongoing effort as GZW is developed and features are added to the game. We also released our first patch with many crash fixes.
So we're gonna pause this real quick. Optimization is something they're gonna continue to work on. One thing I would like to point out, I actually talked about this. If you guys don't know, everybody runs, like, it's not the same as optimizing for PlayStation 5 or optimizing for Xbox. Because think about it, if you optimize for just one console, boom, you're done. You don't have to worry about someone running a 40 series, like I'm running a 4090, or someone running a 4080, 4070, a 3080, a 3070, a 2080. You know, there's just so many different PC setups that they have to optimize for to try to get it right. And that's why optimization always is the hardest part for any new game, especially indie developers. It's very hard. It's not if they only had to worry about PlayStation 5, everybody has a PlayStation 5. They optimize to that, boom, the game runs smooth and they're done, right? Something like you see with Grand Theft Auto, what they're doing is they're releasing on PS5 first, and then they're going to release on, it'll probably take a year, and then it'll come on PC so they can optimize it, right? And it still probably won't be perfect when it comes out. And then he's talking about some patch notes here that they did. They also had a hotfix that just went live today. So they changed a couple things. I think people who couldn't loot their bodies, I think I saw that, and I don't know if he'll talk about that in this one.
And more. We are also working on patch 2 and our first major update later this year. Based on testing feedback by the community, we decided to push this patch forward. Sometimes we need reinforcements to test patches or hotfixes, so keep an eye out on our Discord announcements to help test. When you do join in, please read all the information in the announcement to join and help report on important issues. If you haven't seen us, we've been very active in the community lately, answering questions and commenting on posts. We also just concluded a gift contest over on Reddit where the top 3 gifts capturing the essence of Gray Zone Warfare received additions as prizes. Stay tuned for more events and contests. We are also doing the weekly video recon where we spotlight a new community video about GZW. Now I wanted to take the opportunity to answer questions from the new GZW community briefing section on Discord.
So one thing I did want to say is if you guys haven't joined their Discord, 100% join it. They always announce information. People post stuff on there. There's also other like helps, tips, tricks. If you're having settings issues and you want to go on there, a lot of people post a lot of information and they might have the same PC setup you have and it can help out.
Discord. While Discord is a great place to get answers or help, we do see quite a few people posting bugs or issues in the wrong areas. I wanted to take the time to inform the community that the report a bug section on Discord goes directly to the developers and helps us look at issues we do not encounter. Also, at any time while playing GZW, you can click on the send feedback button on the main menu screen to send the developers any issues you have. This is a great way to help the developers become aware of issues quickly and allow them to work on the fixes. Our first question today from the community briefing section is from Herrick, and they ask, add the option to choose between toggle, press, double press, or hold for lean left or right. Well, I'm happy to report that toggle options and more customization for each actions is coming to GZW. This ranges from lean, crouch, ADS, and along with more customization to bindings. These are one of the top requested quality of life additions we want to add to the game. Next question is from Becca, who asks, a beautiful healing system, but no teammate carry / dragging out of danger? Make it happen. This is something that we will definitely add. We want you to be able to drag or carry teammates to safety to work on them, and it will 100% be in Gray Zone Warfare.
That is cool. Drag your teammates. That's what I've been looking for. Like if your teammate dies and you kill the AI and you know there might be other AI, drag them into a room, give you better cover. That will be 100% way better, especially if they're in a coma. Or like, I wonder if you'd be able to drag dead bodies, move them more to a better area. That would be kind of cool. And that way you can like hide your buddy's body, right? Like, especially if you took out a team, you know, they might come back looking for them. You can move them to another area. That, man, hopefully they add that, or at least a coma when you're in a coma. That's a cool feature.
Next question is from Unwieldy Rex. Can we get a system to delete messages? This is definitely something we are aware of, and being able to delete old messages along with a server-wide faction chat is something we are working on and will be available later this year. Next question is from Caleb, who asks, auto-sort locker please? We are also not fans of organizing our lockers, and we will be adding the feature to auto-sort with one click in a future patch or update. Next up, Vitolo asks, when do you plan to implement more attachments like flashlights for rifles or lasers? We are definitely not even close to the amount of attachments we want in GZW, and we plan on adding attachments like flashlights and lasers with the day-night cycle update along with night vision. Next, we have Hell.
Thank you. I've been asking for flashlights forever because there are some rooms you go into that are super, super dark. And you could, if you have a flashlight attachment, you could just turn on the flashlight. I think there's a couple of missions that if you didn't know where the box, like the laptop bag, if you didn't have your brightness all the way up, you wouldn't see it. So having flashlight attachments, laser, or the day-night cycle, that's something coming later this year, guys. Very, very cool.
Hound, who asked, when are bartering items / valuables coming? We will definitely be adding more variety of loot to GZW. We will also be adding more POIs and more items to loot along with it. The economy is an important feature that needs balancing to keep you wanting to loot and head back to the fob. We will also be adding at a later time crafting, so you will always have items to loot to work on crafts back at the fob. If you want your questions answered or to be featured in the next community briefing,
Crafting and high value items, oh, that is actually really good because you're going to want to take those items back, maybe buy them. And then obviously, hopefully they can fix the issues with, I'm not going to say, but there is something going on with the money in the game. But if they fix all that, get that all together, I'm assuming when the new update, when the official update drops, they'll probably wipe and then we'll all start and then everybody will be fresh. That's kind of cool. Crafting, I can't wait to see what they do with that.
make sure to visit the GZW community briefing section in our Discord. This concludes today's community briefing. We look forward to seeing your GZW content and questions and hope you enjoy your adventures in the jungles of Lemang.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think so far? I think they hit a lot of points we've been talking about on stream. We've been wanting a flashlight. We've been talking about the helo issue. They're addressing that with maybe adding speakers, I think, to tell you, hey, this helo is going to here, or allowing you to click on the helo and know where it's going. Very, very cool there. Optimization is very key for them. They also, server stability, they're working with their server providers and then adding more servers in areas that need more servers. So a lot of really good things came out of this community briefing that I'm excited for. I want to know in the comments, what do you guys think? What are you most excited for? What about that dragging your teammates into cover? And then that way you're able to heal them. Very, very cool. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, nothing but skills out. Take it easy, everybody.